Volunteer Coordinator, Module 2, Recruitment. The purpose of this training module is to outline recruitment strategies and timelines. Recruitment. Recruitment is the process of finding and appointing the best qualified candidate from within or outside of the organization for a position opening in a timely manner. The recruitment process includes analyzing the requirements of a position, attracting individuals to that position, screening and selecting applicants, appointing and integrating the new volunteer to the organization. The recruitment needs of each community and program are going to vary, and it is up to the volunteer coordinator, along with the community council, to determine what approach and strategy to use. Ongoing volunteer recruitment. As depicted in Module 1, it is suggested that a volunteer coordinator assess upcoming volunteer needs at the end of each sports season. Possible considerations when assessing upcoming volunteer needs may include asking current volunteers if they will be back next year, are there any other sports or positions they are interested in, do they have any friends they think would make good Special Olympics volunteers. Once you have an idea regarding how many of your current coaches will be returning to their sports season, you can determine whether you will need to recruit new volunteers. Recruitment strategies. Possible recruitment strategies include: know what positions you are looking to fill and the skills, knowledge, and attitudes required to fill those positions. Go where the skills are found in abundance. You are looking to match the right person with the right position. Most people volunteer because someone they know have asked them to. Explain why you've asked them to volunteer and let them know what is in it for them. Current volunteer testimonials work well, or discuss why you got involved with SOO. The best recruiter is someone who can speak enthusiastically about the values and work of the organization they are promoting. Answer all questions they ask you. Every opportunity to tell the story of Special Olympics is an important one. They may in turn pass on the information they learned to family members and friends. Even if individuals do not end up volunteering, they may become donors or sponsors. Volunteer motivation. While recruiting potential volunteers, discuss their motivation for volunteering. This could be different for each person. For a senior, that can include a feeling of being useful and needed, a way to meet new people, and giving back to the community. For a young mom, volunteering would provide a break from the kids, keeping up work-related skills, and developing new skills for the future. For a student, volunteering offers a way to practice new skills, to explore a possible future career, and to accumulate credits or volunteer hours for school. For someone who may be unemployed, volunteering could provide a sense of self-worth, add skills for a resume, and also build future contacts. Things to remember. Once someone has agreed to volunteer, it is best to get them involved in a timely manner. It is best to have them start while they are still interested and enthusiastic. Be realistic about the expectations of the volunteer. Let them know what is expected and what opportunities exist, but don't promise things that you can't deliver. Above all, remember that Special Olympics exists for the athletes. Discuss positive stories about our athletes, their accomplishments and experiences, and in doing so, the opportunity to volunteer with them will sell itself. And remember, the best recruiters available to you are satisfied volunteers who tell others about their work, encouraging participation and commitment. Where to look for new volunteers. As previously mentioned, when you start planning your volunteer recruitment, it is best to have a good sense of the type of person you're looking for and the skills they should have. There are a number of places you could go to try to recruit volunteers. The trick is to decide where you'll be able to find the individuals you are looking for. Possible ideas include volunteer fairs, corporate volunteer programs, community newspapers, volunteer centers, coaches for generic sports, vocational training schools, police foundations, universities and colleges, job counseling offices, senior centers, libraries, professional associations, community boards, and finally, torch-run volunteers. No matter what type of volunteer position you're looking to fill, there are traditionally a few demographic groups which are more receptive to volunteering. These groups include former volunteers, students aged 15 to 24, social or service clubs, seniors clubs, religious organizations, relatives of young members of the organization, and friends of current volunteers. Ongoing recruitment tips. Be aware of seasonal volunteer recruitment opportunities in your community. This can be done by referencing community calendars, volunteer fairs, and publication deadlines. Get your information out there. Place flyers, brochures, or business cards at recreational centers, libraries, sports venues and stores, community colleges, and local high schools. Utilize local media as much as possible. Work with the public relations coordinator to try to get local print, radio, and TV coverage for your events and to highlight the achievements of your volunteers and athletes. Create speaking opportunities for your local athletes. Bring them to the service club meetings, schools, volunteer fairs, or local sports association meetings. Here is a look at the SOO volunteer in 2013. Here are the years of service of the 2013 volunteer. Here is the age of the 2013 SOO volunteer. Here is the number of positions held by the 2013 SOO volunteer. Six-week volunteer recruitment plan. Week 1. Complete a volunteer needs analysis by answering the following questions. How many volunteers are needed? What are they needed for? And where might they come from? Weeks 2 to 3. Place an ad in community section of the newspaper. Schedule and publicize a volunteer information night. Contact local media and invite them to attend a practice or open house. Provide local TV stations with SOO promotional videos. Contact target groups and request opportunities to do a presentation. Set up presentation times. Invite an athlete to participate in presentations. Send postings to volunteer centers. Contact local high schools. And ask current volunteers if they have any interested friends. Weeks 3 to 4. Follow up with local media regarding stories on SOO volunteers and athletes. Follow up with volunteer centers to ensure postings are up. Follow up with potential presentation groups to confirm dates. And finally, conduct presentations. Weeks 4 to 5. Conduct presentations and monitor volunteer centers and newspaper ad responses. Week 6. Return calls to potential volunteers, set up interviews with potential volunteers, and conduct interviews with potential volunteers. Emergency recruitment. Special Olympics has minimum coach-to-athlete ratios which must be maintained for safety and insurance purposes. There may be a time when you are contacted because a program cannot meet its ratios due to volunteer attrition, sickness, a move, or any number of reasons. In these situations, you will need to formulate an emergency recruitment plan. Trying to find the right skill set for some positions can take some time, so while you are conducting that search, a couple of actions you could take to ensure the continuation of the program in the meantime includes connecting with current volunteers of off-season sports, connecting with former volunteers, checking with your local generic sports association, and recruiting administration or occasional volunteers to fill in.